With an investment of 400 million cedis targeting 200,000 farmers, government is boasting 745,000 jobs from the Planting for Food and Jobs program. But the claim is being challenged by the minority in parliament. The initiative, launched in April last year, forms part of government's program to make the country food sufficient, generate income from agriculture, improve local economy and create jobs to address rural-urban migration. Less than a year after piloting, government says targets set were met and on track to expand the program with 500,000 farmers. Food and Agricultural Minister Dr. Owusu Akoto at a news conference described as cynical critics of the program.
Targeted 200,000 farmers that we targeted, an additional 357,000 hectares was added to their activity. Each hectare of the additional cultivated area required a service of 2 farm hands on full-time basis throughout the farming year. And I want you to take note of that, that each hectare of the additional cultivated area required a service of 2 farm hands. In other words, 2 other people had to be employed to cultivate the additional land on a full-time basis throughout the farming year. Hence, by applying these 2 farm hands per hectare for the total additional fertilized area, that's the total of 357,000, a total of some 715,000 informal jobs were generated in the rural sector of the economy by the PFJ campaign. I hope you are following the arithmetic that we supplied. We increased massively the supply of fertilizers to farmers, and this additional increase were applied on additional farms, which then had to employ others throughout the year, throughout the farming season, to operate, to cultivate the additional acreage. And through that, 715,000 jobs were created in the informal sector and in the rural areas of the economy. That is a contribution of PFJ to employment generation in the rural areas. Other areas where jobs were created along the commodity value chain include, this is the 715,000 is on farm. Outside the farm, of course, jobs were also created by handling, marketing, and so on of the additional produce. And these areas for job creation were input distribution and application of the fertilizers that generated jobs, post-harvest handling of produce that generated jobs, primary processing and transportation that created jobs, handling and warehousing and marketing. These other activities together generated another 27,000 jobs in the informal sector. Now let's come to the formal sector. The formal sector, that is extension services, farmer registration, all these people going around registering farmers for the program, and then the extension services that were engaged, the additional hiring of extension officers and so on. That is formal, because then that's the Ministry of Agriculture employing these and paying them to extend, to provide extension services. That also created another 3,000 jobs. Hence, total number of jobs created under PFJ campaign in 2017 was 745,000 jobs. That is 715 on farm, 27 off farm, and the formal 3,000 of extension officers and registration officers.